a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's DeLuca. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense working from the pistol. Back to the ground game on the left. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. Fires left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hester. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that one.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Takes the easy one to the back. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking for a crease. It's Traore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Time to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right on the money. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Smith. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went and game time.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out, dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. The throw to the outside is complete. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Turning it on. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air. It's Stockton. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Coming out with it, it's DeLuca. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. That's caught. It's Vasquez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Line getting set on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
The beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, making some alleys, get those running backs. I think Texas, when you can pound the rock and you can use your big guys up front.
Running on the Jets. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. They're setting up the screen. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Quick completion on the out. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Complete to the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Reads it, fires complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, an great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Quickly to the tight end. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a free spot on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Wants to throw on first down. He throws into the middle of the field. Touchdown time! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that one. Nice job.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to fire on second down. Quick completion on the out route. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the third quarter. The defense just forced a 3 and out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
Finds him out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
He makes the catch, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's DeLuca. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's complete.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback making checks. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fakes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. The 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Connection to the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wants to keep it in the air. Complete to the left. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Motion from the wide receiver. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for points. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Leaves it with the back. Creates a little space. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Smith. That will be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed over the middle. It's DeLuca. Hard-hitting tackle.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's going to let it go. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
Pulls it in. It's DeLuca.
It's always interesting how people handle late games. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Looking down the middle. He caught it. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, that is just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
Power ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The give as they work on that clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no...
Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And, man, that's a little frustrating. I like the job by the quarterback. Get the ball out. Let your receiver make the play. But just understand when the play's over. Like, I'm not going to cut that back up. I want to get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They're going to ride this running back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Using his legs to buy some time. Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7. It seems so inviting trying to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. These guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit now, and it could get ugly if there's no answer coming up.
nail meat coffin. You know, we're supposed to keep everybody involved in this game, right? Keep them excited, a reason to tune in. Well, I don't got one. This is over.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.